Hi, welcome or welcome back to the channel. It's time for a rapid do I recommend of everything that I read in November. Like last time, I'm going to give you a yes, no, or maybe with a very short reason as to why or why not I recommend a book that I read in November. Now, please keep in mind, all of this is just like me, my personal taste and what I think. You're slightly crooked. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I don't know if that's any better. This is just me, my taste, and my take. If you don't agree with it or if you want to try it anyway, I highly, highly recommend you download a sample and try something, but these are my thoughts. If you want more detailed reviews or thoughts, I do Friday reads almost every Friday unless it's a holiday or like today, I'm very sick. And on that note, I am sick, so just bear with me. I will cut out all the gross sounds or try to. So first on the list is Under the Oak Tree, Volume 2 by Suji Kim. Oh, I have to give this a no. I'm so sorry. I read this at the beginning of the month and I disliked it so much I unhauled the first book, which I did like. So this is a no from me. Our characters actually took steps back in their development and ended up being the worst versions of themselves through most of this book, and I really didn't have fun. The next thing I read was You Weren't Meant to Be Human by Andrew Joseph White. I am going to say no, but I will also say that this has lingered in my brain and it lives rent-free there, and it's both horrifying to me and intriguing, but I do think there are problems with the way the narrative resolved, so a no from me, unfortunately. I then read Remember You Will Die by Eden Robbins. This is not very long, but this is a very much a yes for me. If you want something that tells the story of a mother grieving but in a detached way that you don't have to deal with the emotional, like, almost manipulation that a lot of those stories have to them, this is great. It explores a dystopian world. It's written in articles like a Wikipedia hole. Just a yes for me. I really liked it. Vesselis by Courtney Wynn. I'm trying to read these out of my journal. This is a no. I didn't like this. I know this is a book talk favorite, but I really didn't like it. In fact, I remember very little about it because I read it and then I went, oh, no, that wasn't for me. So, a no. Just a no. Hold Me Like a Grudge by Celine Ong. Yes! Big yes. Big yes. This was one of my only 5-star read romances of the year, I think, and I loved this. It's WWE style pro wrestling, male romance, and done with such love and care by an actual fan. Big yes. Herculine by Grace Byron. Oh, this had a lot of potential, but I didn't like it, but I'm going to give it a maybe. My biggest problem was just the writing style. If you really want something that's like a stream of consciousness where you don't know exactly where in time you're at sometimes with our flashbacks, you might like this. I just don't like that writing style, but it had some great ideas to it. Daedalus, still don't know how to say it, is Dead by Seamus Sullivan. Another yes. Really, really good. A lot is packed into this little debut about toxic masculinity, fatherhood, and like facing your past and your history, and there is a unreliable narrator in this that's just, it's almost insidious. I really enjoyed this at the end. Blackthorn by J.T. Gissinger, which is not my normal fare, but maybe if you like a gothic, dark, urban romance, yes. If you don't like that sort of thing, just stay away from this. So a maybe. Maybe, but the ending on this, I'm still very confused. If you know of any of her other books that are similar, let me know. I read the first volume of Dragon Ball. Yes, but do realize this was written in the 80s. There's pervy humor. There's a little bit of nudity. Like, it's weird and wacky, but I love Dragon Ball and all its future iterations of this series. So yes, I read the saga double for Apprehension and Red Star Hustle, and I have to say, half of this is a yes and half of this is a no. So this is a maybe because it is bound up into one book. Apprehension is fantastic. It's by Mary Robinette Kowal. Absolutely great story, but Red Star Hustle just had too much packed into too little and it needed a lot more to it. I read the newest Ancient Magus Bride, Volume 21, and I'm going to say just try this series. If you like a slightly cozy fantasy manga series, it is one of my favorites. I pre-ordered these volumes. I enjoy it so much. And I'm up to Volume 21, which is current with the series. We're in our third arc. It's very good so far. Network Effect by Martha Wells. I did finish my Murderbot series read last month and into this month, and so this one was great. I loved Network Effect. It was fantastic. 5 stars. Yes, hard yes. This series I recommend everyone read. Give it a try. If you've tried the show and you like it, definitely try the books. I DNF'd the most unusual haunting of Edgar Lovejoy. It just wasn't for me at this time, but if you want something cozy and romantic, it might be for you. It just wasn't for me right now. What Stalks the Dead by T. Kingfisher is a big yes for me. I love T. Kingfisher. It's a favorite author of mine. This is a horror book set inside of a mine, like an old coal mine, and she really captures that feel of being in a tiny space and the squeeze of crawling through small spaces. It's very unnerving. It's very unnerving. How to Lose a Goblin in 10 Days by Jessie Silva. This is a maybe. This is a maybe because it starts off really strong and then the ending petered out for me, but it might work better for somebody else. So maybe. Library at Hellebore, also a maybe, probably more of a no, just because there was so much here, so much potential. It just didn't pan out for me in the end. I just feel like we needed more from everyone and everything, and we just didn't get it. And finally, I have System Collapse by Martha Wells. Again, I'm going to say yes because I say this series is fantastic. And a little bit of a spoiler, I did read the newest one that doesn't come out till May, and that is the biggest yes in the series so far for me. So, again, I have to say Murderbot Diaries is almost always going to be a yes for me. So that's everything that I read in November with a quick yes, no, or maybe. If I recommend it, let me know. Oh, excuse me. If you've read any of those, what you think. What's your biggest recommendation from November? All that good stuff. And I'll talk to you guys again, hopefully soon. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Bye.